What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Blythe. If you're new here, I'm gardening in Zone 8A in Eastern Georgia. Today is the final day of our March garden prep series. It's not March. I failed. But this is definitely some garden prep day. Today we are going to be getting perennials planted and also going to be planting foxglove today, which is super exciting. Some of it's gonna go in my garden beds around my house, and then some of it's gonna go out to the in-ground garden. What's going out in the in-ground garden is the biennial foxglove, so it will bloom next year and not this year. So this year it's just gonna be putting on a lot of green growth. So I figured sticking it out there will be best for it. And then what's going around my house is going to be the foxglove that will bloom this year. So the foxglove that's blooming this year is Camelot White, and the one that blooms next year is called Pink Gin. So I'll pop pictures up for you guys so you can see. Just a little update on the chickens. They have been out now for a couple days and they have been doing really well. We had a lot of storms yesterday, so I kept them in the enclosed area of their coop, but they are absolutely loving it. So I'm really excited that it's working and that it's going well. So, and it's a lot less stinky now than it was before. We're gonna go ahead and get started and see what we can get done today. Unfortunately, we don't have a ton of time today, and I would really like to get this video up today, which is April 1st. So let's just do it. So the first thing that we're gonna plant is an elderberry bush. I am super excited about it. I'm gonna put it in a pretty sunny spot, but it's kind of gonna be tucked away because I know that they can get really big, and this area that I'm putting it in is kind of like a problem area for weeds. So I'm hoping that it'll kind of just choke out the weeds and do really well. I am not the best planner when it comes to garden things. I just go to the garden center and get whatever my heart desires and then try to figure out where to plant it. So I ended up putting it up on the top part of this little retaining wall up here in front of the irises. I think it'll look really good if it kind of starts to flow off the edge of this, kind of fill in this whole space here. All right, we got to get some water for the plant. So it doesn't look like much right now, but this is a pussy willow, and I'm hoping that it's gonna grow a little bit taller and kind of fill out this area, kind of hide this corner a little bit. And then I planted a Blue Point juniper, and that's supposed to get 4 foot wide by 8 foot tall. And then I planted this rose that I can't remember exactly what it is called. New Dawn. It's a climbing rose, and I'm planning on putting a trellis on this garage. It'll look really nice. I also wanted to show you guys, I am out of my Biotone fertilizer apparently, so I just grabbed what I have, and that is Garden Tone I'm not an expert on fertilizers, so I'm not really sure if that's going to be good for it or not, but I wanted to put something in there versus nothing. So we'll see. If you guys have any advice on that, please let me know. So we're just going to go ahead and get this stuff watered in really quick, and then we will plant the foxglove. So just for the record, this is not the best time to transplant things. It is supposed to be really hot today and the next couple days, but I'm gonna just make sure that I keep everything really watered in. So I've got these Camelot White Foxglove that I started from seed, and I've got I've got 11 of them, and I'm just gonna like kind of sprinkle them all around this area this year and just see how they do. Yeah, these are the ones that are gonna bloom this year, so I'm thinking it'll be really pretty just to fill out this area this year. So. Planting some echinacea, even though it's still tiny out in the landscape here. You really can't see it with all the weeds. I've planted just a couple of them. So I'm hoping that they'll start growing fast. I did give them a little bit of fertilizer just so that I can see where they are and try not to step on them. And then I also planted some of the pink gin, which is the biennial foxglove, out here just to throw them out there. And then over here in this area where I seriously need to do some weeding, I planted a few more echinacea and some of the pink gin foxglove. More echinacea here too. Now all we have left is to plant the foxglove and echinacea out in the in-ground garden. Okay, so I'm a total mess, but I'm so glad that that's done. So we've got all the echinacea planted, and I just tried to space them out, you know, along with the other ones. And actually, when I was burning holes, I actually ended up finding 2 more echinacea underneath the fabric, which I guess I kind of just have a very consistent way of separating things out, because they were literally right in the middle of where I was burning holes. So, but anyway, so that's cool. I found 2 more. We've got a bunch down here. I think it's gonna be really pretty. We've got a bunch of different kinds. I'll pop them up on the screen for you guys. Allen's Pride, Green Twister, Double Decker Paradiso, I think that's what it's called, and Mellow Yellows. So that'll be really pretty. And then I just put 9 of the pink gin foxglove here, and I have 1 more left. I'm just gonna throw it into my garden bed somewhere around the house. But I totally forgot we have 2 more things to plant. I forgot I have a lilac and a peony. Kind of nervous. I know the peony, I don't think the peony will get too big, but I do know that the lilacs can get huge, and I don't want to have to transplant it if I don't have to. So I'm trying to figure out where I want to put it. I think I know where I'm going to put it, so let's go see. For the peony, I'm going to put it on this corner of our house here. I think that'll work. All right, everything is all planted. And even though this was not technically like garden prep or planting related, this was just planting related. I'm happy we got it done, and it feels good to have all the perennial things done, biennial things, and now we'll be able to start on the annual garden. So thank y'all for tuning in to the March Garden Prep series. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I've been enjoying it a whole lot. Stay tuned for more garden projects, more tours, more planting days in the future. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.